Good morning, friends. Hope you are having a great time. Before I start, just a small request. If you like this video, do like it and do subscribe to my channel because more the engagement, more the reach of this video will be. So, guys, let's start today's news. And first of all, first let me start with good news that yes, finally the monsoon has arrived in many parts of the country. Now, that is a good news. Even if you can see the temperature is going down across India, so that's a relief on that point. And of course, the power consumption and so many things that will get reduced, and currently whatever shortage is there for the power, that problem at least somewhat solution will come on that part. And so another good news is that yesterday finally the FII was a net buyer. I think the last net buyer they were around. I think it was April 20th. Yes. So after 1 month, they were net buyer. They bought around 500 odd crores. Even the DI bought around 1524 crores. So from last 8 months, they FII sold almost 2.5 lakh crores of secondary market equity. Now, after that, so you can see such a big outflow was there from India to Western countries. So finally, they bought yesterday, and of course, you have seen yesterday such a good rally was there around more than 300 odd points, and the reason was simple that because the US and market were up on Friday. Again, the recession thing which we are talking about, US is coming down, that fear is coming down, so that was the main reason why it was up. However, the today's one of the bigger news is that related to oil. Oil today morning reached around $122 per barrel. The time I'm recording this video, and the reason is that European leaders have actually combinedly agreed on a point that they are going to sanction Russian oil by the end of this year. Now you know Russia is the third largest exporter in the world, correct? Now if they are sanctioning Russian oil, that means there will be more scarcity of oil because see, understand, it's not easy to cover up whatever deficit will come from the Russian oil. If the Russian oil is not coming into the market, the deficit will be there, and that deficit will not be covered easily by all other countries. Okay, like Middle East countries and other countries, because see, it take time. Okay, and so till that time, this production, sorry, the whatever supply restriction or whatever the deficit is there is being covered, the oil prices will remain high, and that's why it is again reached to 122. See, remember when this crisis started, oil reached to $139 per barrel. Then after that, there was a say that okay, now all other countries will ramp up their production and this oil deficit will go down again, and it reached to around $95 because of, but again now it has reached to 122. See, whatever supply disruption is there, it can be covered up, but it will take time. So that's why the oil prices will remain high, and that is a bad news for Indian economy. Correct, because inflation in India also around more than 7.5%. Even WPI inflation came around 15%. So that's a bigger worry for Indian market. Now, even though the central government has cut the excise duty and all that, and because of that, the oil prices has came down. But no, if the overall oil prices go, then it's a problem. But however, in order to combat this, no, India has started importing oil from Russia. Now, in actually in April, we have imported around 72 billion barrel, and now it is 28 million barrels. Okay, so again, there is a big jump in the import from Russian oil, and there people are saying that we almost getting around a benefit of 30 to $40 per barrel from the Russian oil. Now that so much is cheaper of Russian oil. And Russian is supplying also with some specific reason. No, because even though most of the countries are banning them or they are stopping and export from that and import from that Russian oil. Correct. So that's why Russia is giving additional benefit to us, and even our foreign minister, Mr. Jaishankar, and finance minister Sitaraman already told that we will import oil from Russia because it is in our own economic interest. And why should not we follow our interest? Correct. Every country follow their economic interest. So we should follow ours. Nothing wrong in that. And see, at the end of the day, we have to manage our economy. We have to see how we can control inflation in India. Okay, how there is a fiscal deficit prudent is going on, whether we are able to control fiscal deficit or not, all that. So we have own interest, and I think we are right on that part. We should follow our self-interest rather than seeing what countries are doing. Because Big Daddy, US will always say that okay, follow us. But the thing is, they have already have a big oil production in their kitty. Now, shale oil, you can understand it is one of the largest oil reservoir in the world, correct? That shale oil. So they can anytime pump it out and they can use for their own purpose. We don't have oil. We have to import oil. Then we have to see which country is giving us a beneficial in a beneficial rate. So I think we will import from that only country, correct? So that is the thing. Now another was that regarding domestic news, LIC reported a loss of, not loss, sorry, a drop of 18% year-on profit to 2371 crores in quarter 4. However, we should not see this one and cannot compare with earlier quarter 4 of 21. The reason this drop was because earlier quarter 4 of 21 shown the whole profit together. Okay, so and that profit for last year was around 2900 crores. So because at that time LIC was not a listed company, so they have shown whole four, I think 2900 crore profit in one quarter, correct? And that was wrong practice. So it was not a wrong practice, but it was a private firm. That's why they can do it. But now they've changed the thing. So if you take the whole year profitability, then against 2900 crore, LIC reported around 4043 crore rupees profit. Okay, so basically there is a jump of almost 39% against the last year. LIC, of course, they may declare a good dividend, already declared a good dividend, and overall in future also, no, LIC like other MNC, public sector companies like Oil India, Coal India, and all that, ONGC, they may become one of the major contributor of dividend to the government, because majority shareholding is with the government. So whatever interest, whatever dividend they declare, it will go to the government kitty. Sorry. Now let's talk about Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma recorded a loss of around 22,077. However, there was an exceptional loss of 37,023 crore due to an US claim settlement, and that was the major reason. That's why Sun Pharma reported a loss. Otherwise, not because of an exceptional loss. Similarly, IRCTC shown a record jump of almost 106% from last year to basically 213 crore. Now the jump was also one of the factors was the last year quarter, that economic activity was down and people were traveling less and trains were not fully in operations. Correct. Now it is almost normal, so that's why there is a big jump. But yes, IRCTC, because of their company float is so less in stock market, and at the end of the day it is a complete monopoly, and that is why it is having such a premium in market. Now Tata Motors filed almost 125 patents actually there was a disclosure by Tata Motors, they filed almost 129 patents. That is the highest number of patents by Tata Motors in their history. And again, Tata Motors, as I told you yesterday, is taking over the Sanand plant of Ford, and so their main plan is they are going to have a electric vehicle production in Sanand, in Ford motor facility, and that all the employees and machinery and whatever there in the plant will be transferred to Tata Motors. So anyways, Tata Motors were crying for the land and not to buy basically set up a company and across India and all that. So this was a ready-made plant which is much more beneficial for the Tata Motors, and again in Gujarat, and again they have already a Sanand facility for that nano which they established almost a decade ago. So all this goes well to the Tata Motors profitability. So hope they are able to ramp up their electric vehicles here. See, Tata Motors is the I think it is the most aggressive company to launch electric vehicle across India, and they are going very fast on that track. However, other companies like Maruti is still stringent. Of course, they have started their process, but not as fast as Tata Motors is doing. Correct. So that is why Tata Motors, even I like Tata Motors at current level that you can buy for a long term, because the way they are progressing and the way they are actually taking interest in electric vehicles shows a good future ahead for this company. Now, JSW Steel is going to have a 20,000 crore capital expenditure, and even though you know that this export on steel and all that, but then also they are going with the plan. But however, they are telling that whatever government has imposed a section of sanctions on export of export duty, correct, on steel export, that will be short lived, and this will be a temporary it will be for a temporary phase, not for a long term, because what this is what they believe that such a measure cannot be there for a long term. Just to tame inflation, they are doing all this stuff. So once the inflation is in control, they think that of course that at that time government will remove this export duty. Now, JSW Steel actually reported a less profitability this quarter because of the rising raw material costs and other expenses. Now, RBI transferred around 30,000 crore, 30,300 crore to government compared to 99,700 crore, which was they declared already 3 months, almost week back. However, the thing was, the main reason was, as you are aware, they are allocating more fund to the contingency plan. Because of this, you can see the where the dollar Indian index is there, rupee index is there, correct, and there is a bigger threat that rupee may get weakened. That's why they are always keeping a contingency plan. Again, Union Power Ministry has told Coal India to, and all the power units to charge an compensation tariff for importing coal. Correct. Now this is the reason, because there is a shortage of coal across India, and government has given approval to that you should import coal, because there should not be major power shortage across India. But however, because of this rain coming fast and thick, now the monsoon has started. Slowly and gradually, even the power consumption problem will get resolved in most of the state. Now, liquor company United Spirits is trying to sell its, basically it's reviewing its strategic popular liquor brands, and they are going to sell as a portfolio to the third party. That is their plan is. Because see, at the end of the day, they just wanted to have some cash in their kitty also. So this is what strategic planning they are thinking about it. Talking about market, yes, market yesterday, you have seen there was a big rally. However, whether it is a long-term rally or it's just a dead cat rally, that will come to know. But yes, currently we cannot say anything, because the way today also oil has gone up, it is showing a bad sign. Correct. And again, if the inflation goes up across the countries, see why there was a bounce was because people were thinking, okay, inflation may come into control, but let's see, if does not come into control, then there will be a problem. And of course, we have to keep an eye on US, because US is a mother of all the stock market, correct? And if they are in problem, then just think we will also in problem. Of course, we are currently in less problem because our domestic institution are helping us to come out of all these problems. So guys, this was all for today's news. Hope you liked it, and as I told you earlier also, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll give you much better content every day, and see you tomorrow morning. Thank you. Bye.